world. I have a special guest joining me now. It is Benna McCartney, and joined with she has a co-writer of music, Max Mezzowave, and you just join them now. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hi, Richard. Lovely to be here. Thanks so much for inviting us.
No, thank you for being here. No, really, it's my pleasure. It really is. And is it too early to wish you a Merry Christmas, guys?
Yes.
Is it? I've been told to get the tree up, and I really don't want to do it. It's great to talk to you, Benna, and also Max. Hello, Max. How are you? How did you get involved with Benna?
Yeah, we've known each other for a long time, and we've been talking about doing something, and we've done a few things, and this really sort of shone through, really.
Ah,
so, yeah,
right.
And we've been friends for quite a long time.
14 years.
14 years.
14 years. Oh, well, that helps, because especially with music, because you just have to look at each other and you know what's going on, presumably.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
That's cool. Now, Benna, when I think of you as an entrepreneur, a singer-songwriter. You've been singing for a long, long time. I know that. When was your earliest memory of singing?
I was actually on my dad's album singing one of his songs, Man Who Found God on the Moon, as a toddler.
Yes, of course, we should say Mike McCartney. Your dad's lovely, isn't he? I mean, he's a lovely guy. And what a song that is. You were singing Hare Krishna.
Exactly, yes.
Done my homework, Benna. I've got to tell you that. Now, you guys have released. Has it actually been released now, this single?
No, it's on the 8th of December.
8th of December. Oh, I always think of John Lennon around about that time, funny enough. Lifeblood. Okay, Max, where did this come from?
Lifeblood? Yeah. Benna's idea, we basically start off with some music, and I just had an idea to do something a bit more kind of poppy, really. And we just came, and, it's really about what's going on in the world. As to be positive and transform things, and Benna will explain more because she's the lyricist on it, and she's written all the lyrics.
Okay, Benna, tell me, because there are three. My understanding are there are three versions of this. It's sort of very. How would you describe it, Benna? You tell me.
Yeah, I mean, not dissimilar to what Max said. So it's really about lifeblood. It's kind of our essence of who we are, and I think with so much going on in the world, we're not really focusing on that, or a lot of people are struggling with it. So it's really to kind of get us back to ourselves and to focus on our senses and live more in the present. That's kind of the idea. And the three versions Max actually came up with. So we did the dance version, and then he came up with an ambient mix and a meditation mix, because again, we feel this is really needed right now.
I've heard all three, and they're quite. They set the mood, don't they? Whatever mood you're in, I mean, it's very inspirational. I've got to be honest. We love it here. Certainly the dancey one. We're doing a bit of dancing around here, to be honest. It's lovely. So congratulations, guys. I just wondered if there's any more music on the pipeline, like an album or something.
Well, it's funny you should say that. We have kind of tinkered around with a few of the bits and pieces. We've got a bit of a half put together a sort of jazzy number, and another a bit sort of full force. So yeah, we've been kind of messing about doing bits and pieces for, as Max said, a long time. So yes, in answer to your question, we hope there's something else in the near future. How exciting! That's really exciting. We'll be watching out for that one, and keep us informed, will you? Let us know what's going on. Will do. Now you're going to be appearing on. I should say, just between you and me, no one's listening. You're going to be on your grandma's show, aren't you? Soon. Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. I'll be tuning in. Great. I will. I'll send her a little message when I'm on there. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. How can people get a copy of this? What's the best way?
So what will, on the 8th, it'll be available on all the platforms like Apple Music and Spotify and all those things. I mean, we would rather be back in the day where we were selling the stuff, to be honest, but this is the way it seems to be going. It'll be even available on YouTube to listen. It's basically on all of the platforms. I'm ever so sorry, you're kind of cutting out a little bit. So my darling listener, please excuse us at the moment. The link is very sort of choppy and changey, but I think you'll get the message. Sorry to interrupt you there, Max, but you were cutting out quite a bit. Yeah, so Spotify, Apple Music, any of those platforms, including YouTube, you'll be able to listen to it on those. Yeah. Oh, that's terrific, because a lot of people, they bring them out on vinyl these days. Look at the Beatles' new single. It's all over the place on vinyl. Yeah, I mean, we'll be doing some of that, I reckon, in the future. Oh, that's good. Let me know about that, won't you?
Yes, we'll do.
And the next time you come in the studio, I want you in here.
We promise we will.
And we can
Yes,
also...
So sorry we weren't able to this time, but definitely next time.
No,
we'd love to.
it's okay. What kind of weather have you got there?
Oh, it's raining and windy. Not
Rainy,
ideal.
windy.
How is it your end?
No snow, that's the main thing. Isn't it bizarre? You look at the rest of the country and it seems like to be coated in white.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Max,
No.
where have you been?
No, I
Max,
heard that.
hang on a
Is it
second.
snowing there? No.
Where's Max been living? You know?
Yeah, because we're on the because we're on the south coast, we kind of we miss it, don't we?
We do. Actually, you feel a bit smug about it, really, don't you?
Very much so.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say that, really, because my brother lives in the middle of England, in Northamptonshire, and they always get a lot of snow, always. But we've just had a flurry here. So you're just in time for Christmas with this, aren't you?
Definitely,
Yes,
and I do love a bit of snow, and I've got an old. Funnily enough, we in our video, I've got a Ford Classic, and if you know anything about the Beatles, which you do, Richard, Paul McCartney and the Beatles had a Ford Console Classic back in the day, I think.
Yeah.
So I love taking that out in the snow because I can do donuts in it.
But it's a museum piece. How can you do that?
Yeah, I know I shouldn't really, but I love to drive it all the time, really. So,
Max, I've got to get serious with you, Max. Have you always been a musician? Is that your complete background?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've worked in TV and film and bits and pieces, and released my own albums with other singers, and then more recently with actually singing myself. So, yeah.
Can I have to congratulate what you've done and what Benna has done. I love Benna's voice on this. It's done. Sorry, I was talking about you in third person there, Benna. You're there, aren't you? I'm sort of talking over your head like you didn't exist. A great voice, Benna. I have to congratulate you on that. So it's a lovely, lovely thing.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Is that the mood you will continue, say, with an album, or would you chop and change with different styles?
It's going to definitely chop and change. I always said that I never wanted to bring out any sort of pop or dance stuff because I'm much more into alternative rock. But yeah, Max played it to a lot of people and said they loved it, so he's convinced me to put this out. But the others are going to be probably quite different, maybe a bit jazzy and, a bit more... I don't know what we'd call the other one. Yeah, we'll let you know.
It doesn't need
as soon as we finish them.
I think one of the problems with music, and always has been, I mean, I always thought if it sounds good, then it's great. Don't try and put it into a category or a box. As soon as you do that, you're judged by people. If you just say, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I totally agree. And actually really feel like I've got to that point in my life where just, I guess not worried about what other people think and just going with what comes. Because this song came really quickly for both of us. So it was obviously meant to be. So, yeah.
I think some of the best things in life happen that way. They hit you when you least expect it, and it's a pleasant surprise often.
Exactly.
And I think they'll all work together very well because there is a thread, and that's the two of us, and the way and the intention that we have for the music. So, yes, it will... I think there'll be a thread of an album which, they'll work together very well, I think.
Nice one,
and
Max.
I agree with what you said. It is what it is.
It is what it is. The thing is, Max, you mentioned earlier that Benna's great with the lyrics and all that sort of thing. What comes first, guys? Is it the lyrics or the music, or is it a mixture of both?
I think generally the music, is it?
Yeah, that's kind of how I've always worked. I kind of get inspired by music and then I'll write lyrics and put a melody to it. It seems to be a bit easier that way around for me, personally.
Do you find it easy, Benna?
Yes, actually, relatively.
Yeah.
It's funny, actually, because I was in a band up until quite recently, and one of the guys said, it'd be nice to do some of our own stuff. Have you got some lyrics? And I sent him about 50 different lots of random lyrics I've written in the past. So, yeah, I do find it quite easy. I really enjoy it.
That's lovely. It's just poetry, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's just poetry. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on to my show this morning. It's been a genuine pleasure to speak with you. Sorry about the quality of the line to my darling listener. It's just how it is. I blame snow. I blame the conditions. I always blame conditions.
Yeah, we're sorry too. It's so lovely to be here. Thanks so much, Richard. Really enjoyed it.
Well, the next time I'm going to cart you in here, okay? So,
definitely.
Max,
lovely to hear you, Richard.
Yeah,
lovely to meet you.
Max,
lovely.
Benna, thank you. I'm going to play the track now, and this is, you introduce it. Benna, go on and introduce it for me.
This is Lifeblood by McCartney Mezzowave.